to another episode of Coin Edition's Web3 interview, where we bring you the latest news and insights from the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency. I'm your host, Veronica, and joining us today is a very special guest, Mr. Arseny, co-founder and CMO of MetaDrive, a Web3 mobile application that establishes the concept of earning while driving. MetaDrive is a drive-to-earn app that combines trip data analysis, NFT-based gamification, and cryptocurrency rewards to educate, motivate, and entertain drivers. Thanks for joining us today, Mr. Arseny. How are you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet everyone.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you also. Let's dive right into our discussion. First, we want to know more about the MetaDrive project.
As you said, MetaDrive is the first in kind drive to earn application. Our application is based on unique development. It is a drive score algorithm. It is based on NFTs and GameFi algorithms as well. On current stage, we have a better version of our mobile application. We are preparing to the second mint, where people will be able to purchase the main MetaDrive car NFTs.
Okay.
We are currently fundraising the pre-seed round, and our application will be ready for the public launch in July this year.
Oh, that's near. That's good.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about it, about the earnings, these things?
Yes, sure. So basically, the thing is that during the research stage and customer development, while we were preparing to the project concept and other materials like business model, we have identified several problems which are actual for the drivers. One of them is that there are a lot of car accidents, and the driving can be boring for some people. Also, there are no additional rewards for the drivers, and the car expenses are increasing every year. So based on these factors, we decide that it is relevant to have some kind of play to earn model within the car related industry. So that's how the idea was born. Yeah. And so regarding the passive income, there are several ways how person is able to monetize within our application. So the first one is that person just purchase the NFT and drive accurately on the roads and get rewards in our in-game token DRW. After that, he can change DRW to the MDT, and MDT is the token which is tradable on the exchanges and can be cashed out to the fiat currency or any other crypto. It's the first way. The second way is that we have radius-based staking. Depending on the number of tokens the person is staking, so more tokens the person is staking, the more radius he can sell the tokens to our users. So that's another opportunity. Also, we plan to launch different kind of referral programs within the application for our users in car related industry. For example, insurance, for example, gas stations, and other things.
Oh, that's a lot. May I know if there were any challenges that you faced when you were developing this project, and how were you able to address them?
Key challenges actually are related to the NFT industry in general, since the volume of the sales volume of NFT has dropped significantly in comparison with the previous year when we just started the project and started the development. And so I see this like a big challenge, since we can't be sure 100% that such kind of application will be actual for the Web3 audience. But we address this in the way that we plan to launch advertising campaign and involve different kind of opinion leaders from the correlated industries to attract their audience. And we think that like marketing the Web3 audience can be much harder in comparison with the Web2 in terms of customer acquisition costs and other metrics as well. So that's the first one, and the second one is related to the play to earn project. After several collapses connected with Stepan and other projects, it is pretty challenging to attract relevant funds to engage them in your project. So that's the second one.
Okay. So regarding your native token, the MDT, right? How do you ensure that the deflationary floor support of MDT is not compromised?
That's a great question. First of all, there are different in-game mechanics which allows us to burn some tokens and to have a deflationary model. So when people there are different opportunities within the app. I mean, the actions like car rental, like minting of new cars using 2 cars of another level, and many other ones. And all those mechanics, they include the necessity of using the user's tokens. So, and those tokens are burned, and we exclude them from the supply. That's the first thing. The second one, so the second one about deflationary. Also, we have we have planned our tokenomics in such way that we decrease emission permanently. So and it means that the number of tokens produced per day, it decreased. It is decreasing. And the last one, and the thing that it is like pretty important, and that's how we solve the problem of Stepan. We have a dynamic correlation in terms of DRW, our in-game token, and MDT token exchange rate. So we there is no permanent ratio between them, but this ratio is dynamic according to the market price of MDT, according to the number of users within the application, and according to their activity.
Okay. But with the rise of rag pulls and other forms of exploitation in the crypto space, how does your team protect MDT from such threats?
So we have a pretty transparent strategy regarding this point. So we have established cooperation with tier 1 market making companies. We are preparing to the IDO and listing of MDT on exchanges. We also plan to use different kind of decentralized solutions for that. And I mean, it's just to know who to partner with. That's it.
Okay, so looking ahead, do you see other obstacles that you might face, and how do you plan to address them?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we see the same answer like previously. The main obstacle is connected with the NFT market in general, and we are considering different options for the next stages of the project development, like pivoting to the Web2 audience, or maybe to some kind of service application for the insurance industry, since we understood that a lot of projects and people in US, for example, they see this like a great opportunity for us for a driving application to be partnered with different insurance companies. Yeah, so
it seems like you have a lot of plans for the MetaDrive project, but what are the top 3 priorities that you have for this, especially for the first quarter?
Yes, I mean, just to add to the previous answer, we are pretty flexible, and that's all about the market and how we reflect to it. And we need to make sure that we are moving to the right direction, since that's the main point. The Q1, we have several important milestones ahead. The first one is our second mint. So it's a paid mint. The first one was a free mint, and we plan to allows our community. We have more than 30K people around our social networks already. We plan to sell like a limited collection, like a Genesis one, for our MetaDrive NFTs, and yeah, that's main thing we are currently preparing for. The second one is finalizing our pre-seed fundraising and like attracting the relevant partners. And also we are on this third stage of our beta testing of the application, and we might have one more stage to fix all the bugs. And that's a really huge step for us, since the app will be almost ready for the public release.
Yeah, and that's it. Overall, how do you see the future of MetaDrive?
Yeah, as I said, there are several directions where we can move with our technology, with our drive score algorithm, since that is some kind of unique development, and no one from Web3 sphere, or maybe like from insurance companies didn't implement it yet within the B2C applications. So, and we see our future bright anyway. It will be great if we can attract the relevant audience within the Web3 industry, and we can go with our current roadmap, like NFT mint, IDO, then public release, but it depends on the market conditions and other factors as well.
Yeah, those are really amazing insights. Thank you for sharing them with us. But before we wrap up, do you have any parting words, especially the upcoming release?
Yeah, I mean, we welcome all new users within our community. You guys can find all relevant information on our social networks. Just educate yourself with our project and its unique selling points, and you will be amazed for sure. So welcome.
Again, just like what you said, I hope for a bright future for the MetaDrive project. Again, it was a pleasure to having you with us here today at Coin Edition. That brings us to the end of this episode of Coin Edition Web3 interview. Until next time, this is Veronica signing off.